connect with like-minded AHK users in our private chat, helping each other out and sparking ideas that make scripting way more fun. Score 3 hours of weekly Zoom magic, 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, with live lessons, pro tips, and one-on-one fixes to supercharge your skills. All right. So now there's one here. Let me hit record again for the record. It's on, but sorry, I'm gonna make a note of it. Now, Irfan, I forget what we were actually working on, Irfan. It was the transcriber thing, right? Where I wanted to move stuff around, and he was telling me in Git it would cause a conflict, some sort of a conflict. And so he was like, "Well, I'd like Isaias to be here, so we do this." And I'm like, "Okay, well, we'll do it during a hero call, so we can all learn how to handle this kind of thing when you're moving folders around or something."
Okay.
Okay, so let me share my screen. So whenever this is a Git repository, so it has a Git folder in there and everything else. But when I rename this
Oh yeah, you
folder
break a lot of stuff right
and
there.
open this folder Git repository and
Oh
try
no,
to
that's gonna break,
push
of course.
changes. So it is not simple to do it. So
Yeah.
that's what I was explaining to Joe, and he told me, yeah, let's explain it in a hero call. So
Well, not exactly. I will have to see if it breaks it because the problem here is there might be references to other things, like for example, submodules. And if you have submodules, it would cause a problem. If you don't have submodules, maybe not.
I think this version don't have submodules. The
Right.
version that had submodules, we make it old.
Right.
It already had issues.
Right, because if you change the name or whatever. But
Yeah.
go to transcribe and so go out one more
Mm-hmm.
and just make a copy. So no, don't do anything. You're gonna press Control on your keyboard and drag the transcribe and summarize function, the transcribe and summarize folder. Just drag it with the Control key pressed. And that will make a copy. Let it go. So now we have the original that is not broken. And let's see if this already caused an issue. So what you're going to do now is just open VS Code and open the terminal below. Just open the terminal. I don't know if you have a hotkey for that.
It is loading, by the way.
Yeah,
So,
well, it doesn't really matter. At the top where it says View, click on View.
Sorry, terminal.
And terminal. Yeah. And now just type git status. Git space status. And if it was broken, you will see it broken now. It isn't. So the reason why it's not broken is you don't have any references to the parent folder at the moment. Those references break when you have modules, because modules and submodules, they might be pointing to things that then change the reference. Also, is this like type git space remotes? Git space remotes
Like
space exactly. Hit enter. Sorry, remote without the S. I always forget about that. And you don't have a remote, right? So that means you're not, this Git repository is not pointing to something outside either. That's the reason why this one is just very simple, right? And whenever you want to know if a project would break, just make a copy of the folder, change the name, and you would right away figure out if there's a problem. This one will not have problems. So if you go now and close this and you rename the main one, I wouldn't expect, so go back to the AI folder and rename the main one to something else. I wouldn't expect any problems here.
Okay.
Add something in there. Yeah.
I'm still
Enter.
hesitant to do anything.
I know. Don't worry. It is still in Dropbox, so you can rewind the whole thing.
Okay.
So open the
Terminal.
yes. And try again, git status. I wouldn't expect any changes. So now you can click on git graph and everything should be good. Right. Everything should be good. That looks good to me. But anyways, I do. So if you try, for example, prompt assistant, go to the folder and copy it, drag it with control and copy it. I would assume some problems might happen right away. So prompt assistant there, drag it with control to create a copy. Yeah, exactly, outside. Oh God. Yeah,
It will take time.
don't worry. So the point is that one, I might assume that some things might break because the location where some submodules are pointing or something like that, that might cause an issue too.
These are all
That's the Git
comments.
repository.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is repository.
Which, by the way, after a while, like for example, this repository is very big. You can use Git GC, which is the garbage collector, and it would turn it a little bit and probably shave off some space.
Kind of like what we're going to do with ASM. It'll yeah, have it trim out some of the older stuff that you're pretty darn sure is
right. But as you can see, like it is not. Git is not as. It seems complicated, but it really isn't. And when things go wrong, you can always go to the .git folder, and there's a lot of files in there, and you can basically modify them because they're text files. You can modify almost anything about Git in one of the text files. So enter there in the copy.
So I do not need to refresh my folder. It's right there.
I don't know why yours is so cool. Like it just does it.
Yeah,
So
actually,
yeah, go ahead and
let's ask everybody here that too, because Isaias and I was bringing up to Isaias, I was writing a script to automatically refresh when a new file shows up in Windows Explorer. And I was talking to Irfan, I'm like, hey, Tess, he's like, no, mine always does. And he's running Windows 11. And I'm curious if everyone here on Windows 11, when you get a new file in a folder and your Explorer is already there, does it automatically show up for you, or do you have to go hit F5? Like, does anyone else automatically refresh? Because I'd love to figure out how his
why is not happening. Yeah, that's looking good, Irfan. You see that didn't break stuff.
One option refreshes, but the new copy is at the very bottom.
Yes,
If I
that's what
wanted
happened to him.
see
Yes.
it sorted, I'd have to click on the name and do a sort again. Or
Yeah.
scroll all the way to the bottom and there it is.
Mine doesn't show up at all, though. So,
Ah,
yeah.
well, that's just one more little tick on my gripes against Windows 11.
Tyler is saying that Explorer sometimes refreshes with a new file, sometimes it doesn't. It depends. So do git remote again, and then put -v at the end, V as in Victor. Git remote -v with a dash. Try that. Oh, you missed. You put an N. Remote. Oh, you're putting an N. Yeah. Space -v. Yeah, this is pointing to an online location, so it didn't break either. You see? So that problem that you're facing is sometimes if the modules, go to the Git modules, you see on the left one of the files, on the files, Git modules, below, no, close that. Yep, the one below Git ignore, that one. Yeah, I started pointing all of them online to fix the problem because in certain repositories, those were pointing to local files, and then everything broke.
Should I remove that copy?
Yeah, you can do. Of course, this was just a test, and actually, all of those repositories, Joe, we have to take a little time, put it on the Automator repository.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because we didn't have that at that time. All right.
All right. Is it? And again, we've been talking for a long time. Does anyone have anything to work on, or? Because
They love your voice, Joey.
What's that?
They love your voice, Joe.
The other one, Isaias, was I believe you were the one I was talking to, but said there was something about using Git when you have Dropbox also, and you have to be aware of something. Do you remember what that was?
God, that's a nightmare every single time. So yes, if you're using Git, Git, whenever you do something like Git commit or Git stash.
And
Yep.
to clarify, it's not necessarily just Dropbox, I assume. It's any sort
No,
of
it's any sort of syncing tool, right? So any syncing tool that locks the file, because I don't know if all of them do.
Yeah,
but
they probably do.
Right. So Git, whenever you perform an action, it modifies a lot of little files, right? And as they're created or modified, the syncing tool might lock the file. And if Git needs to modify that file again, then everything breaks. So I've noticed I have to stop Dropbox before I do Git operations in certain projects when I have too many files and stuff, because what I get is that I try to perform an action and Git just breaks, and it is because of the syncing tool just locking all the files. Something that, again, I would say one of the things that I'm thinking is, I don't know if Windows has this. In Linux, we have this tool called rsync or something like that, that allows me to periodically, the task, let's call it the task scheduler, all right? So you can also do this in Windows 11. You can just use the task scheduler to periodically run a copy of a folder. So instead of working on Dropbox, you should work in your local location and periodically do a copy to Dropbox. Does that make sense? That's what I would think we should do, instead of letting Dropbox sync immediately when you make a change. Because, for example, when I'm creating a setup file with enosetup, well, enosetup creates the executable and then changes the icon. But if I create the executable and Dropbox locks it, then I cannot change the icon, you see? So in that situation, I don't want Dropbox locking the file as soon as it's created, and there is no option to turn off for that. Like, I would love if Dropbox was like, sync every 5 minutes.
We'll sing. Yeah.
Yeah, or sync every 10 minutes. I don't want as soon as the file is created, which is where the problem lies.
Grab 25% off all our AHK goodies, courses, scripts, and custom work so you save cash while building your toolkit like a boss. Members get unlimited access to 466 plus hours of video lessons, packed with AHK insights to binge learn whenever inspiration hits.